said, well, I've got so much and this will never ever deplete. And I'm sure when I die, I'm going to have that which is even better than this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes mention of this. And He looked at the mu'min and He says, I've got more than you. I've got more than you in every way. And the believer looked at him and says, do you know that you've disbelieved in the owner of all this grace that drops from heaven? All this crop and all this that you have, the owner of it, the one who's granted it to you, you have disbelieved in Him by making these utterances. Do you know that He can actually take all this away from you overnight? And as for me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is my hope that He grants me and He makes me content. And do you know what happened? Sometime later, that is precisely what happened. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took everything away from the disbeliever. And he began to question and turn and toss. And he said, I wish and I hope. But it was too late to wish and hope. I wish and I hope that I had listened to that friend of mine who told me to thank the Lord. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really and truly make us from amongst those who are thankful. Remember, if you are rich today, make use of that wealth in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There might come a day when that wealth will go. Then what would happen? Then it may be too late. One of the ahadith says, seize the opportunity of your wealth before you become poor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the seizure of opportunities of health before we are found very, very weak and lame at times. May Allah grant us the opportunity of ultimately seizing the opportunities of life as well before we die and it is too late. Then Allah subhanahu